Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? Your mental health and your physical health? I hope they're all good. So today I'm going to talk about the mindset and shifting your mindset, because this is the number one thing that I transform myself from being very negative and dark to where I feel so comfortable with yourself. Therefore, the life is much better and brighter. I see the light, see the happiness. Feel happiness. Feel so good. And it's okay to be myself. Even though I fail on something, or I do something stupid, or I'm not good at certain things, but still I'm okay with that, and I know I'm growing, and it's just a nice peaceful place to be, and your state is so calm instead of having anxiety all the time, or think about what other people think of you, or it's just unstable state. I'm out of that. Occasionally I do it because I feel it, because it comes from others, or I try something new and then I get really bumpy, but I know how to set myself to the comfortable position. It's an ongoing things, but I can tell how to shift from really dark spot to be the light. So anyone can do this. You just need a little shifting in your mind, in your conscious level. So I think this is good to know. Forgiveness. When I heard this, I knew the word, but forgive others, yeah, I kind of get it, but forgive yourself. I really didn't get the core meaning of that. Because what do you mean by that? Forgive yourself. So when you think about this way. You have your life full of experience. You might have had really bad experience, and you don't want to even talk about it and put things away in a deep, unconscious level. Or you got heartbroken, but you don't want to talk about it. Or, you just feel like you're damaged because the way you brought up, or you just don't like this person because they hurt you, or it's just the way being abused verbally, maybe some physically. It's just a bad experience, right? And then you have this feeling inside that, oh, I hate this person. I just can't face that person. I just angry, or I'm so bummed out every time I think of that person, or they attack me. I hate that. Or those negative feeling, or the fear, or being judged, being criticized. I'm big on that one, because that way I was brought up by being always monitored or supervised, and at the same time being judged and criticized constantly. So I still have this with me. Anyway, so including all the feelings that, considered as negative feelings, you face it, you accept that feeling instead of ignoring it, because you think this is bad to have, this feeling is not good to have. So you put things away, saying I'm okay, I'm totally fine. But deep down, you're not fine. You have this deep, heavy feelings, but you cannot share because you cannot bring yourself to be that state. But as a human being, we have full of emotions, including all the negative emotions. And that's okay. It's very natural to have those feelings. If somebody did something bad, people will not say, oh, thank you, I'm so happy. Instant feeling is that, why they do that? I'm so angry or devastated, or it's just those uncomfortable feelings, right? So that's okay to have that feel. It's very natural. So to just accept what you're feeling truly, truthfully, and no one's gonna judge you, no one's gonna criticize you. It's your feeling, so you literally face that feeling and admit that's what you're feeling and accept that. That's part of you. It's very natural. That's very normal to have those feelings too. Then you don't need to shift to be a nice person, forcing yourself to be like, oh, it's okay, I forgive you. That's nothing. You don't need to put a good faith or good, thoughts to it, because you just need to be honest with that feelings, and so just admit what it is. That's the part of forgiveness. You just forgive yourself to feel that way. And when you do opposite, when you just put away those feelings, it will stay there with you deep inside, and it pulls you, like it's like a little weight, and then it grows and grows because you haven't released that feeling. So when something close, the situation comes to you, it will pop up. Maybe it's like a bomb, it just explode. So you need to really accept those feelings and just admit it. That's okay. And then you've been doing so well. I mean, you've tried so hard, to get to this point of your life. And you might not have good experience about certain events. And maybe you wished the adult said something nicer at that moment, or wished your parents said something better. You wish that friends didn't laugh at you. Those feelings, right? And then sometimes you have like a real burning anger, right, towards somebody, and that's okay to have that too. And you just by admitting those feelings, you are really forgiven to have those feelings as well, so that you start really shift your conscious level to look into yourself. And then the time will come to let go. It's more like you already experienced enough of those feelings, so you feel like you had it experienced, like it's done, like you've already experienced enough and long enough. Now I can let go. That's fine, because I have moved on. And when you have those feelings, it gives you the knot, or stress level goes up, and it just gets really tight, and it sits really heavily with you. So you don't like that feeling. And when you don't admit it, some people who attack people just because they have so much fear in them. They don't know what to do with them. It builds up and builds up, and those fear don't know where to go. So instead of dealing with it, you just let that go to the other people. You just get so irritated and angry at other people and start attacking. When you get really bad, you start killing people. And that mindset gets unstoppable. They think this is the way to release that heavy feelings, right? Because it's uncomfortable. You don't want to hold on to it, right? So it's really important to be centered yourself in a peaceful and harmonized way. To be yourself, to be in a comfortable place, so that you don't have the irritations all the time. And when you are in peace with yourself, you start releasing all those negative feelings because you admitted that's what you have and you don't like holding on to it, so that you start to really let go and let go. And it doesn't need to be happening right this moment. You can feel as long as you want. I had been there because I had a bad experience as well, and I had this like a knot. Every time I think of that person, I get really tight, angry, like almost like imposed to do something physically with that person, right? And that's the place where you feel so ugly. Your sensor is down, and you really affect the daily life that you have to face. And it doesn't run well because you're occupied with the negative, the angry thoughts. And it really affects your face expression or body gesture or whatever you do in your life, and things doesn't go well, so you attract more bad stuff, and then you get more frustrated, and it just goes on and on. So in order to shift from that bad feelings, first admit that's what you're feeling is okay. Don't just throw it deep inside of your subconscious mind, which will just hold you down. And then just release them little bit at a time. And if you can't do it, it's not the time. That's okay. But you'll get to the point where you had enough of that feeling. You just want to be done with it, So you start letting it go. It will happen. Then, meanwhile, you just heal yourself. You really go back to that place where you were doing so much and no one was saying good things about you. Maybe they were trashing you, but you're trying so hard, and you just go there and hug you at that time. You're just saying you're doing so well, as if you wanted to be told by your parents or friends or the adults around you. So when you keep doing that, healing yourself and position yourself to be in a comfortable place, you really start to release those bad emotions as well, because you rather be in this comfortable place rather than having that anxiety and irritations all the time, which doesn't really help you to flourish your abilities, be the best version of you. So you have everything in you. It's like a seed. I talked about this seed the last video. That little tiny seed has everything it needs to grow as a flower. Like you wonder why, how, But there are so many things in life that we don't know. And you have such a potential. You have everything in you. The confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, it's all inside. So take your time, a lot of time invested in yourself to be yourself, to heal yourself, to center with yourself, alignment with yourself, so that those negative feelings, that irritation will start to shed away, or you just decide to just let go, because you will come to the point where I don't have it, I don't need it. I had enough of this experience of feelings. I experienced to the top, I'm done with it, so you just let go. And then you just keep adjusting yourself. I spend a lot of time adjusting myself. For some people, meditation. For some people, it's jogging. Like I like jogging, doing exercise, go out to get fresh air. Some people maybe drinking a coffee, having a good meal, or just listening to the really soothing music, listening to the birds singing, anything that makes you feel so centered, so comfortable. And keep doing that more and more. Then those irritations and those feelings will just shed away, because you just don't need it. You say to yourself, like, I had it enough. That's it. I'm done with it. Bye-bye. Right? So that's what I do. A lot of adjustment. And every time it pops up, I let it go. And instead of collecting in a jar, and then holding on to it, that gives you a bad heaviness, weight. So when it comes up, and just let go. And then you center yourself. You become in a place where you feel so comfortable. Okay, so have a great day, and I love to share all those ideas, how to shift yourself to be the best version of you, from negative to positive. And I like to think together how we do that shifting better, effectively. So let me know, have any questions? Okay. See you in the next video.